Welcome back to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. Yeah, I can't afford to live in America anymore under my present circumstances. And before y'all start pushing back, you gotta realize, man, I've been gone for 6 years and I'm coming from a peso economy into a dollar economy. It's not like when I left here from a dollar economy and went to a peso economy. You know, people warned me, W Secrets of Success, several others, said, Cal, it's going to be a sticker shock when you get back there. And you know how people exaggerate. But no, they're not exaggerating. I just want to give you a few examples. And, you know, it's not really a wake-up call. It's really just a realization. If I were to move back to America, I would need my YouTube channel, my Social Security, and I would have to go back to work. I just left up the street from one of my favorite eateries here in Louisville, Kentucky called Indy's. And it's known for their chicken wings. But these aren't full, whole chicken wings. They're really winglets, you know, with the little drumstick and then the half wing. When I left here in 2018, you could get a 30-piece wings for about $19. I'm just going to say $20. So I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm not really thinking when I go there. So I said, oh yeah, I'm craving these wings because they're really good. I mean, these people have made a fortune selling these wings. You can't come to Louisville without trying Indy's, INDI''S. So I go there and I say, yeah, give me 30 wings, you know, mixed, spicy and regular. And the lady says, okay. And she comes back, she said, that'll be $36 and some odd cent. I couldn't believe it. I was like, $36? $36. Now I want you to know, I can go to Save More in St. Carlos City and get 1 kilo of wings for about 247 pesos. That's about $4.30, with the peso being at 57.32 to $1. So if I get, let's say, 2 kilos, that's 30 wings right there. But these are full wings. I can take them home, put them in the air fryer, and that's $8, man. I just can't afford to live here, man. I mean, everything. A friend of mine came back and picked me up. I had to fax some forms. And I went to the UPS place, which is where I always go. There was $2 per page. It was $33 and some odd cent yesterday. I mean, I'm floored, man. I just can't believe it. The only thing that I've seen here that's cheaper than it is in the Philippines is the gasoline. Here, depending on where you go, you know, it's either $2.69 a gallon, or right up the street is $2.99 a gallon. Now, of course, over there, they're on the metric system. And when I left, it's like 62 pesos to the liter. So it's about, you know, just say 4 liters. So you're talking about $4.50 a gallon in the Philippines. But yes, beyond a sticker shock over here for me. I mean, you can't get any fast food or anything here in Louisville. The Chinese place, it doesn't matter what kind of combo you want. You can't get it less than $12. And with all the other things, I haven't even checked the rent. I was going to look online just to see what the rent is. I'm like, forget it. It's too expensive. So later tonight on my live stream, I want y'all to join me. We're going to talk about, the subject's going to be an American citizenship of $5 million. And this has nothing to do with treason or being a traitor or unpatriotic or anything. But you know, our president has come up with something called the Trump Gold Card Visa. It's where the U.S. will be offering visas, investment visas, for $5 million to foreigners. And they can come here, they can live here, work here, own a business, and it's a route to citizenship. It's going to replace the present visa that they got. I believe it's the parameters, if I'm not for sure, it's $1 million. You have to invest $1 million, I think it's, and employ a certain amount of people, or 800,000 in an economically distressed area. So our president has put the value of an American citizenship at $5 million. And I was watching a video today. There was a guy by the name of Shahid Bolson. Now, to some people, he's a controversial figure, but he's really just an American thinker and activist. And he was, talking about that program, and he was poking holes in it. He said, why not tweak it? He said, why not offer Americans $5 million for their citizenship? And I got to thinking about that. I put it on my community page. And it hasn't gotten a whole lot of interest, and so I want to talk about it. With the way things are going right now, at my age, in my circumstances, if they offered me that buyout, I would take it. Because I'm already living outside the country for far less than that. And you say, well, what's the $5 million? Well, they would iron out the details, but basically, you would rescind your American citizenship. And you'd have to search for citizenship somewhere else. Which, hell, I could become a permanent citizen, a permanent resident, rather, in the Philippines for $20,000 without a pension, and still have the rest to live on for the rest of my life. But it would just be like a buyout. I've had buyouts before. Where the company is going out of business, or they're cutting back, and they offer their workers a buyout. It doesn't mean you didn't like your job. Some people take that buyout and they're able to go ahead and, with their lives. Other people, they take it and they end up squandering the money. Now this guy, he says that he thinks that about 10% of the people would take it. And that's about right. W.B. Du Bois, he, in the black community, he talks about the talented 10th. And so that's about what I would think. There's only about 10% of the population that would be able to take that $5 million, rescind their citizenship, and go on with their lives and never look back. Because a lot of people wouldn't even look at that option. They wouldn't even consider it because, America babysits a lot of its citizens. It does everything for them. It subsidizes their rent, food stamps, the whole 9 yards, So they wouldn't dare take that $5 million because they fall flat on their face. They don't travel. Only, imagine 17% of people in the United States never leave the state that they live in. So the $5 million wouldn't do them any good. But people like me and a lot of people that I associate with, we could take that $5 million and we would never look back. So I'm asking you, if you were given the offer, your American citizenship, meaning you got to give up your Social Security, you got to give up your passport, you got to give up everything. They didn't say whether you couldn't come back here and visit. Okay, but you have to be under the rules of whatever other country you were in. Would you take that money? He put the value at $5 million. If you're a foreigner right now and you got $5 million, you can buy an American citizenship. So Shahid Bolson, he just flipped it on his head and said, okay, well, give us $5 million, Trump, to the people who would take that. Other people aren't going to take it because they're going to say, I'm a patriot. They're going to listen to all of that rhetoric and they're going to say, I'd rather struggle than give up my U.S. citizenship. So I'm asking you that question. Would you do it? Everybody's different, man. I'm 61 years old. I've been living outside the United States for a long, long time on far less than that. I would have to say, yeah, give me my $5 million, and I would never look back. It doesn't mean I don't love the country, because I do. I fought for my country. I've got family here. But when you're talking about my survival, because he makes the point that he's certainly talking to me. At this stage in my life, he says, you're not going to get the wealth and the freedom out of your citizenship. Okay? More than that $5 million, he's saying. You're not going to get that wealth and freedom just from having an American citizenship. Look at just what having an American citizenship means to millions and millions of people. They can't even make it. They need the government to help them. So I was just wanting to talk about it because, man, right now I can't afford to live here, man. As much as I, hate to admit it, because I don't want to go back to work. I've already put in 40 some odd years. I'm still paying taxes. I got to pay taxes on my YouTube. I've already filed my taxes already. But I've already given the system, man, 40 years or more. I'm done. And somebody young might say, well, I better just stand pat, because if I take that $5 million, where am I going to be 20 years from now? But a lot of these young people, they dealing with Bitcoin and all that. But it's tough here, man. I don't know how y'all do it. I certainly wouldn't be eating out a lot. I mean, when you go to buy the deodorant, man, the deodorant Secret, that's $7. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I know y'all make it because y'all been over here. I'm talking from the standpoint of I've been living overseas for 6 years, over 6 years, in a peso economy. See, so people say, oh, it's not cheaper in the Philippines than it is in America. You're lying, it is. It's a lot cheaper. There's $200 rent over there. And a bunch of other things. The only thing I can think of that's more expensive, well, land would probably be, the price of land over there is pretty damn high when you convert it into acres. But the cost of living is not for somebody average like me. I don't want to go back to work. I've done enough work, but I would have to work if I came here. I see why a lot of people are really struggling, man. They're unhappy. They don't know what the future is going to hold. So maybe more than 10% of the population would take that. But I know about 10% would make it. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. I just wanted to make this video because it came across my mind. I was like, $36 for 30 winglets. These are these little bitty wings, and I love Indies. If anybody from Indies is watching this, man, I love your product, but you priced me out I've been here 11 days. However longer I'm going to be here, I will not patronize you again. That's too much for those wings. Okay, I do have to fax about, 15 more pages on Monday. So I'm going to be out about $30 more, but I won't do that again. There's fax machines, I think, that you can download on your phone, but I didn't want to try it. These forms are so important that I won't do that again, UPS. But while I'm here, I'm going to stock up on a lot of things. I'm going to have one suitcase full of nothing but lotion and the deodorant and different things that I can't get over there. The imports are so expensive. The import tax is so expensive that I won't buy it. It's been raining all day, man. It's been raining. I mean, really raining. Because I was going to do this video outside. I can't do it outside. It's windy. As a matter of fact, I believe there's some type of weather emergency or something, because it came across my phone today. So thank y'all for stopping by. I wanted to talk about that today. If you're in the Philippines, in America, Thailand, wherever you are, find in your heart to help somebody. Not a day goes by that I don't help somebody. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. And don't do anything stupid. Stop wasting your money, man. Start learning how to save. Oh, man. Have some type of self-discipline, some type of self-restraint. You know, a friend of mine, he just bought a new truck. Another friend of mine just bought a new Mercedes. And I'm like, where's y'all's money? I mean, they're the same age as me. The guy who bought the Mercedes, he's 63. He's one year older than me. I'll be 62. That's one thing I can say that I've gotten away from. The materialism. I have no desire to buy a new car, or jewelry, or anything like that. It's going to trap me on that hamster wheel again. It really is a rat race over here, guys. Take care.